Welcome to another Moz Play video. This is Moz Mojito, and today we're going to be getting into another Zen-like life sim type game. And this is going to be the pilot episode. We're playing Aquarist. Let's get to it. Alright guys, so we're jumping right off in here. We're in our bedroom and Dad just dropped off a brand new fish tank for us to practice on. It already has water in it, has nothing else in it, no fish, no rocks, no decorations, nothing. So this is going to be our first tutorial tank. Now we can do some customizations here. We can rename the tank. Gives us some good information on the traits of the tank, capacity, temperature, water pH. And it also gives you some good information at the bottom. Now in this game, you are basically a apprentice aquarium maker. You start off here in your house doing some introduction tanks. You start off with working with some fish, maybe some goldfish and some other type of fish along the way, freshwater, saltwater down the road. But to get to that point, you have to finish kind of like this tutorial session in your house. So this is really just kind of getting you familiar with tank building. There's no fish involved in this part. However, after we finish up this tutorial, we will be going to talk to Dad to get the next tutorial, which will deal with fish, just not the kind of fish you are thinking of. So we're going to go ahead and get through this beginning tutorial, and I'm going to keep my comments to a minimum because most of this is just kind of instructional messages that pop up on screen showing you how to buy things and how to interact with them. And we'll just let the tutorial play through. Okay, so we got the basic elements of a fish tank. We got the heater, we got the oxygen maker, we got the temperature gauge, we got decorations, we got soil, and everything's looking good. So we actually do start off with some fish here. We're just going to start with your basic goldfish. We bought 2 bags here, and they just kind of wind up wherever there's an opening, either on the table or in front of you or whatever. You just kind of look around after you buy stuff. We're going to go ahead and drop those in there. And this should be completing the tutorial, because you can see in the upper right, it kind of gives you your objectives. Each fish has its own stats. Click the right mouse button on the fish to inspect it. So you can kind of see if the fish is hungry, if it's cold, if it likes the number of plants in there, decorations, if it's happy with the number of fish in the tank with it, if the pH is good. So you want to look at all those different gauges, and you definitely want to, in the traits, it tells you what kind of fish it is, what it eats, which is like algae, and if it's saltwater or freshwater, which is usually that green little plant that's a freshwater type of fish. And then it gives you some background information on the actual fish. And it does this for every fish in the game that you will come into contact with. So at this point, the fish are hungry, so we're going to go ahead and get some fish food in there, and you will see that hunger meter go from the red to kind of like the yellow and the green area. And what we want is smiley faces all the way around for our fish to make sure that they are happy and comfortable and not dying. So that's what we're going to be doing, and we're going to wrap up this tutorial, and Dad's gonna come up and check on us and be happy with our progress and give us a new assignment. Okay, so looking at our fish traits, the only thing I need to do is adjust the temperature to turn that meh face to a happy face or that sad face. I'm not sure if it's a sad face or just a straight kind of bored face, but adjusting this temperature, it will slowly rise. And once you do that, your fish will breed and you will go from 2 to 3 fish, and they will just keep multiplying. And that is a way that you're going to make money in this game, believe it or not. You start off with 2 fish, and then you just kind of let them get comfortable, and that 2 fish becomes 3, that 3 fish becomes 4, and etc. The excess fish you can always kind of sell off. The bigger they are, the more money you will get selling them off. Eventually you'll get to a point where you can sell an entire fish tank full of fish, and the value of that fish tank will depend on the value and number of fish you have inside the fish tank, along with the decorations and everything. So pretty chill game. Loving the music, the little jazz music in the background, very zen like. But the key thing is just to keep an eye on these fish, make sure they are happy. Happy fish means more fish, and more fish means more profit. Okay, so for one of the last steps here, says something is missing here. I know, buy and pick a background. So this is going to be something that you're going to put on all the tanks. You're going to have a nice picture background. You can either have a picture or a solid color. It doesn't really matter. I prefer the picture ones depending on what type of tank it is, fish water or salt water. We're going to go ahead and grab that image that's laying on our shoe bench there, or workbench, or whatever that is. And the gray areas show you where the picture will stick to. Now, I actually put it on the glass in front of me. That's why I can't see the image. I can actually remove it and move it to the other side of the glass, or I could just walk around the fish tank and take a look at it. But I'm going to see if I can actually relocate this picture. Okay, so I bought another one, just curious. Now, again, this is my first time playing the game. I'm just kind of figuring it out as I go. Oh, I see. So what, I can put a different color on each side of the fish tank. There we go. There's blue. And I can do the same for all the other colors, or I can just go all 4 colors with the same picture to kind of give the fish a trick them into thinking they're kind of like in a pond. The problem is if you put that on all 4 sides, then you won't be able to actually see the fish. So you probably just want to do that on 3 sides, or maybe even just 1 is good enough. So do some last minute touch-ups according to the tutorial in the upper right. You can see our dollar value up in the upper left. And that's going to go up big time as you play this game and you start buying and actually start building aquariums and selling a lot of fish. Okay, so now that we got the decorations going, they want us to practice using lights. So we're going to go ahead and put a light on there. Now the lights, you can change the colors from white to blue to, I think it's like green, yellow. But it kind of gives you a nice little night light, you know, for your aquarium, which is pretty cool, especially if you use that like blue light. It looks really good. So as you can see, you got your there you go. You got powered on first. You got to hit enable so it'll turn on. So right now it's set to blue, but you can go in there and you can manipulate what type of color you want to show. So now it's telling you to increase the lamp power above half. So what we want to do is go into the traits of the lamp. As soon as I finish whatever I'm trying to do here, there we go. So we're going to look at the, we're going to center that a little bit better. Look at the traits. Okay, it's set to blue currently, and we're going to increase the power output to 40. Let's see how that looks. Or maybe we'll just go halfway. So there you go. It's a nice little blue glow. The fish seem to be pretty happy. I did remove the background picture, but I think what I'll do is probably put it back on underneath the lamp. But for the purposes of this tutorial, it doesn't look like it's required. Just showing you how you can remove excess stuff, and you can throw it in the trash, or you can just sit it on the tray if it's still reusable. Certain things in this game, in the tank, like fresh plants will die if you don't have the pH or the temperature right. So you really have to pay attention when it comes to using real plants to decorate your aquarium. They all have the same kind of traits and values that fish have, except for the food part, but they are sensitive to water temperature, and some of them are sensitive to pH. I think it's mainly water temperature, and if you put the plant in the wrong type of temperature, it will die and it will make your tank look ugly. So you definitely don't want to do that, because all you can do is throw away those plants and buy fresh ones. So far so good. Everything is looking good. We got the blue light on. This is kind of like the zoom in mode where you can kind of hover around the fish tank. You can actually see the fish. It's like you're inside swimming with the fishes. And as you can see, we started off with 2 goldfish. Now we're up to, I don't know, 5 or 6 now, because they've been breeding like crazy. So yeah, this is pretty much the tutorial, and we'll see what happens on the next part. Okay, so as you can see, we leveled up and we unlocked quite a few things that were previously locked to us. New fish, new background types, new decorations, new rocks, new soils, new tools. So every time you level up, you will unlock new things that can be used to decorate your fish tank. That gave us a hey, great job kind of message. We're going to go downstairs, and we're going to see what he needs help-wise with his fish tank. And while we're at it, we're just going to kind of explore the house a little bit. So Dad did a terrible job. As you can see, the algae is built up because the temperature is probably too hot. There's nothing in there to take care of the algae. All his clownfish have died, so he just wasted his money on the clownfish. I don't see any kind of oxygen. I'm not sure if there's a temperature gauge in it. Oh, I do see a temperature gauge in there. It's probably not set to the right level. So the first things first is we're going to have to get rid of the dead fish. And I think we can only scoop one at a time. Yeah. And we're unfortunately going to have to take them either to the toilet or to the sink or to the trash to get rid of them. All right, 1 down, and we still got 4 to go. So you will run into this a lot as you're playing this game if you do not control the temperature, if you do not have algae eating fish. Oh, we can get more than one. Okay. Your tank will get clouded really quick with algae. And you will have to basically scrape the algae off, drain it and start with fresh water and everything. So first things first, we're gonna see if we can clean it with the sponge first. I can't remember if I have to drain it first or if I can just clean it as is. Oh, there we go. So just a simple moving mouse left and right. I do not think there's controller support for this game, so it's just mouse and keyboard. So we're gonna quickly clean these glasses a la House Flipper style. You know, if you ever played that game where you're cleaning windows and stuff like that, that's definitely this reminds me of that a lot. All right, so we got all that algae off. Now we got algae all over our devices, our temperature gauge, our oxygen, our air pump, as well as our thermostat. We definitely need to get those out of there and get those cleaned up. So as you can see in the upper right, it's telling you exactly what to do. Pick up the dirty filter from the aquarium and wash it in the tank, wash it in the sink. So we're just gonna kind of move that around using our mouse. And as you can see, the progress bar fills up. And there we go, nice and clean, no more algae. We'll go ahead and put that back in place. We definitely want to have that lower than the water line so that it can get some good oxygen flow going on in there. And we got 2 more devices to clean. As soon as I get the placement right, it gets a little confusing here because it's 3-dimensional. It's like can't really tell which direction is snapping sometimes. And too high. Yeah, we'll mess with it. We'll figure it out. Then we got 2 more things to clean. All right, so we got 2 out of the 3 things clean. We have 1 more thing to rinse off. We got to refill that oxygen, that aquarium with some fresh water and some fresh fish. So we got some work to do to clean up Dad's fish tank. So really like this game. It's a really chill game. I hope you're liking it too. So as usual, I'd like to thank you for taking the time to watch my videos. Please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe because it really helps out the channel. And we will see you in the next video.